All right, so we just paid our tickets, and for military membership for two, it was $29.90, including tax. And we're gonna go check out a lot of the museum. Right now we're pretty much in the gift shop, which is kind of cool. Just so you can see a little bit, there's Raele looking at their Christmas tree. When we were speaking to the lady at the front desk, there's some areas that we can video, photo, and some areas we cannot. So obviously we want to be respectful and abide by their wishes, yeah? One of the main reasons why would you want to come to the Bishop Museum, and I asked that lady literally at the front desk, and she said because of the historical and cultural, or the historical and Hawaii cultural history, right? I know, historical, cultural history, and Polynesian history, right? And then they also have additional, like Easter Island, they have a, what's that called? Not an event, but it's like basically a special viewing of Easter Island stuff that's here. So I'm kind of looking forward to what that is, because the Easter Island are those funny little rocks. If you ever remember Night at the Museum, the crazy rock that talked funny, I might try to slice one of those in here later. Anyway, but yeah, so that's it for now, and we're gonna start moving on to the rest of the actual place, because I can't seem to turn this camera the other way. So, all right, bye. So aloha gang, me again. So I'm sitting here with Ke Aloha. He was the first person to greet us and basically tell us where to get going. So I'm gonna let him introduce you to where we should actually go first here at the Bishop Museum. So Ke Aloha, take it away.
So I would suggest that you start with the Hawaiian Hall, which is that building over there.
That big one?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
It is that main building on campus. It's been around since 1889. It's 3 stories. There's cool Hawaiian exhibits in there. There's an exhibit called Ganemono, which talks about the first Japanese immigrants to Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
Another exhibit called Unreal, it's how the media misinterprets Hawaii.
Gotcha.
There's 3 stories in there. Some about the Hawaiian makahiki. There's another exhibit in there which is called the Kahili Room, that talks about the Hawaiian monarchy.
Beautiful.
And there's a 2-story Pacific Hall in there.
So Ke Aloha, that is a Hawaiian name, correct?
Yes.
And you are Hawaiian?
Yes, I am.
That is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
High five.
Okay.
I'm your Howley version.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, but awesome. So we're gonna start in the main hall there.
Yeah.
What's the far building?
Oh, that far building, that's where Castle Hall is.
Okay.
So that's where Rapa Nui is. So everything you want to know about Rapa Nui, or you want to learn about Rapa Nui, go to Castle Hall.
Okay. And where's the Easter Island exhibit at?
Yeah, it's Rapa Nui.
Rapa Nui is Easter Island. See, I'm an idiot. Now you guys know I'm an idiot. But this guy squared me away. So Rapa Nui. Wasn't that like the big rock in Night at the Museum? He's like, very dum-dum,
Yeah.
right? That's it. Aha!
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I got it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Ke Aloha. I appreciate it, brother.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day, man.
Hope you guys enjoy your visit.
Will do. Oh, beautiful. We picked the right day.
From about 10 until about 1:30. And we display different things that we make.
Beautiful. So these are all handmade by you guys. Oh, that is amazing. So, can you tell me a little about each items?
Every week I tend to bring different items.
Oh, really? Okay. And these are all for purchase?
Not here,
Oh, okay. So these are just display and they can purchase somewhere else?
somewhere else.
Oh, do you have like a website or something you drive people to?
No, all by word of mouth.
Okay. Do you have like a business card though? So that way I can tell my viewers like, hey, oh, beautiful. All right. So in case you're wondering who this gentleman's name is,
Me, I'm called Kaha.
Kaha. And what's the name of your business here?
What works.
Beautiful. Awesome. So every Wednesday here at Bishop Museum from 10 to 1:30, you bring something a little bit different each week?
This week I brought all hooks.
Okay.
Different types of hooks. The side table, these ladies take care of that.
What's
I
that?
also do weapons, Hawaiian weapons.
Oh, really? Wow.
And other things.
Probably, I'm wondering if a lot of people, like, obviously I retired Army, a lot of military, when they change command, a lot of times they'll ask for like a,
Yeah.
Hawaiian weapon.
In fact, I just sold some to the protocol department.
Yep.
At Camp Smith.
I believe it.
And so they bought a whole bunch of them right there at the end of the year.
Beautiful.
So I make all different types of hooks, from shark hooks, right to, these are for catching tuna.
Oh, wow. So these are actually
Tuna and
functional
wahoo and
hooks.
stuff
People
like
can
that.
use
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Then we take fish hooks, like this.
Okay.
Make necklaces out of them, but I also have hooks that people use for fishing
That is awesome.
that have the same hook.
Wow.
Just how you
it's a
hook it.
necklace one day and it's a fish hook the next day.
Yeah.
That is cool. Awesome.
So the hooks are made from various materials. This one is made. This is actually made from water buffalo horn,
Oh wow.
but I
Not
do
a whole lot of
that.
that here on Hawaii, I would think.
No, but the thing is, I can't use turtle.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes
The
sense.
sea turtles are outlawed, so I can't get them. So I use water buffalo horn because it's about the closest thing you're going to see to a turtle.
Gotcha.
And this is made from pearl shell. This is made from pearl shell and bone.
And that one right there is an actual functional.
Yeah.
Wow, that is, and that's
So-
used for tuna.
Yeah, so this is made from the pearls, the black tip pearl shell,
Okay.
a piece of bone, pig
Wow.
bristles.
Okay. And then do they like put chum on it or something, or does it just go in just like that, and
Yeah, it just floats on the water. It just skips on the water.
then basically it
And
just
the
comes
pig
up?
bristles are to keep it from turning over.
Okay.
So you just drag it behind the boat.
That is awesome.
So they would be in a canoe. They'd be dragging it behind the canoe, and that's the tuna would come up and grab it, and that's how they catch the tuna.
Wow. That is awesome.
So
Thank you.
then they have hooks made from various, like these are made from bone. They made it from whale teeth,
Oh wow.
from bone, from shell. Like these are, this is made from shell
Right.
and stuff like that. These are shark hooks. They're basically with bone tips,
That is crazy.
right, in different sizes.
What's this guy here?
That's a pump drill. It's called a vili.
Okay.
So,
And, basically, go ahead. That's how they made their holes.
Oh, okay.
In different.
Crazy. That is cool. It's a long way of doing it, but that is still
But it
pretty cool, though.
works.
I'd say that is awesome. That's just wow.
So when Cook came, one of the things, the reason Cook got killed is because the Hawaiians stole one of his boats,
Oh
one
wow.
of his shore boats that they're rolling.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think the Hawaiians wanted the boat. They didn't want the boat. They wanted the nails.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because from the nails they would make
Different.
things like this,
Yep.
tips for their drills.
Okay.
The Hawaiians knew what iron was, but there's no iron here.
Right.
It came in on driftwood and stuff like that. They find pieces, but that's all there was.
That is awesome.
So prior to that, the drill was made with either bone or shark teeth or shell.
Wow.
And a lot of times for narrow holes, they use the center of the conical shells. They will be very pointed inside. And they flatten it and secure it in the wood and use that
That
as
is-
their drill, their bit.
So to wrap it up, if you could please give me your name again and the name of your business and contact information, so my viewers can, if they're interested, they can reach out to you directly. How about that?
Okay. I'm Kaha Toledo.
Kahato Lito?
Toledo.
Toledo?
Like
Okay.
in Ohio. Like a couple, yeah.
I was gonna ask. So.
That's a shortness of my Hawaiian name.
Okay.
My company name is Waipua Works.
Waipua works. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the best way of them to get a hold of you? Email or phone number?
Email.
Okay.
It's a hard email though.
That's
It's Olohekaha. OLOHEKAHA @gmail.com.
beautiful. Well, thank you so much, sir. That was awesome and very educational. Appreciate it.
When they were put into court, they were told it's going to take 3 months before you can get over to Oregon. They were supposed to work over there and supply the gold rush people with all the necessary supplies and equipment that was necessary for them to prosper. In any event, Charles and his buddy, William Lee, was stuck here. And so they ran into some Christian folks who had responsibility of conducting a school for the Ali'i children. They were to be taught Western ways and Western subjects. In any event, they were told, come over to the school. Maybe you'll see some young people that you like. Well, Charles and William were looking for adventure, so they went. And lo and behold, he saw this beautiful Hawaiian princess, and he courted her for 5 years. He never went any place except Hawaii for that period of time. In any event, the parents of the princess weren't too dead set against that relationship because she was engaged to Lakapua'iwa, who would later become Kamehameha V. Well, Kamehameha V never married, and he was sort of penalized by that fact because the princess was beautiful and she had a lot of dowry. But in any event, they didn't hit it off. So Charles had some free access there. Well, the parents were dead set against it, so they put up all kinds of blockades to prevent that marriage from happening. Anyway, Charles proposed, and it said that Charles proposed in the middle of his courting her, because he visited her several different times. And she says, well, let me check with you. I'll get back to you. and it said that eventually she came back and she said, yeah, let's get married. And so they did. And when they got married, she turns to her father, who's Abner Paki, who's the governor of the island of Oahu, and a high chief. And he says, what does he do? Well, he was a store clerk back in Great Falls, New York. Does he know numbers? Does he know English? Oh yeah, he knows all that stuff. He says, well, we'll put him in the area of finance. And he thrives in the area of finance because eventually he becomes Minister of Finance, and he becomes Minister of Public Education, and he then is elected to the House of Lords because his wife is a princess. And so he is really doing real well. Well, one of the things that makes him even more wealthy was the fact that the people who ran the whaling industry wanted a bank. And so they approached him, and so because his wife had a lot of money, she had inherited it from her cousin Ruth Kaliukalani, who was rich in herself. You know, she made millions just by herself. She was the chiefess, high chiefess of the island of Hawaii, and also very good at manipulating people and getting her way. But anyway, because she had millions, when she passed away, she passed it on to the princess. And so Charles had access to the money, and so they started Bishop Management Company. We eventually become Bishop Bank, and then it's now known as the First Hawaiian Bank, the largest bank in all of the state of Hawaii. And they were also approached by other people who knew that the princess had a lot of land. She had control over Kamehameha lands, and it was like 383,000 acres of land. A lot of it was being leased. And so they approached her, and she went ahead and leased the land to them. And they started the idea of sugar here in the islands. And so they approached King Kalikeauli, Kamehameha III, and they asked him to send an emissary to Washington to get an exemption for taxes for the sugar. And they were helped out too because the North was fighting the South, and none of the sugar that was coming from the southern states was going into any place. And so Hawaiian sugar rolled into the United States. All the investors became instant millionaires, including Charles, who started off with no money at all. So he's feeling pretty good about himself, so he says to his wife, let's go to England, you're a princess, let's see what the royalty is like there. And they go over and they are entertained by the king and queen of England, and they learn about shows, operas, all the nice things that highfalutin people go through, how to wear the clothes and stuff like that of royalty. And one of the things that they get really focused on was the fact that they like the idea of constructing buildings, large buildings, churches, cathedrals, museums, and things of this nature. And Charles is stuck with the idea of the Romanesque style that was prominent during the late 1800s. And so Charles, on his way back, is bragging to his wife, and he says to her, you know, when we get back, I'm going to be on the board of directors of a place called Oahu College. And she says, what's that? Oh, it's going to be a school for white Christian children. And she says, well, if you're going to do that, why don't we do a school for Hawaiian kids? He says, well, we got enough money, we could probably do that. So one of the things they do when they first get back here is that Charles is now into the government of the Hawaiian monarchy, and his wife is at home in a place called Haleakala. they built sort of like a palace where the city center is now. Okay? And they built this house, and she takes care of many of the Hawaiian people who were destitute. Many of them were ridden with disease from past history. Okay? And population was slowly going down, and so she focused herself on that. Right around 1886, she had contracted breast cancer, and so she passes away. They have no children at all. And so Charles is distraught, and one of the things that he wants to do is to establish Punahou Academy, and that is what we called Oahu College originally. And he does that, and then he starts Kamehameha schools right here on this campus here. This campus is known as Ka'i'ula, or Red Dome. This is where we have war games, wars conducted in many instances.
So this is the chiefs and leaders little thing. A lot of interesting stuff. Symbols. Cute. So we're now entering into the Pacific Hall. Apparently it was renamed back in 2014. It has to do with more in regards to all Polynesians in general, not just Hawaiians. But pretty cool. We were just down in basically the princess's room where we took a bunch of photos of all the different King Kamehamehas 1 through 5, 1 through 6, and all their kalihis. Yeah, so it was kind of crazy. So we're gonna be sharing some of that stuff too in here as well on the page. And then we're getting ready to look at this exhibit that's got a lot of cool type of canoes and stuff on it. So pretty exciting. That's it for now.
Oh my God.
Let the smart person go. Other people have guessed. This is where Rapa Nui actually is. So where's he at?
Right here.
Oh, in Eunice. Okay, that's good.
Or by South.
You were way off.
I was guessing it. One of the islands.
So here's the statue I was talking about. You dum dum, no me dum dum, no you dum dum. And here is the Dum Dum family. Pretty cool. Anyway, sorry if I offended anybody. It wasn't meant to. It just always tickles me every time I watch that movie. Okay, so we just finished. What'd you think?
I learned a lot.
I learned a lot too, but not as much obviously because I was speed reading. Because honestly,
Yes.
this campus is so big. Like literally, I'm in cowboy boots because I had a prior engagement this morning before coming here. So my feet are on fire and I'm hungry. So when I get hungry, I get hangry.
We will definitely be doing
Yeah.
this again. When we have hours to spend to look at everything and read everything, we did learn a lot about the Hawaiian culture, how everything happened.
The overthrow of the government makes sense now. Some of the stuff I hear, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. How we officially apologize for that when it happened, and then
They
because
did
that
their right
president didn't
back.
get reelected, pretty much all hopes of Hawaii getting back to their original monarchy were screwed. So it makes sense for them to be a little bit upset with us. So yeah, we'd like to spend some more time learning about that. But yeah, this campus is so huge, it's big. Like we've only been here just under an hour, not enough time to see everything. I would suggest coming, we've seen a lot of families with their little kids, like little kids.
They do
They
have
love it.
set areas in the building for the kids, educational, play with, interactive, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, there's even a hand thing with yarn. I didn't get that because I didn't want to get all tangled up. But there's something cool there. And they got all these different shows too, like laseriums and all that stuff. So a lot of cool stuff here. We'll have to definitely come back and try it again. But it was cheap. For the two of us, $29.90 with tax. And that was with our military discount. Don't know what it is for local folk, but for military discount, that's pretty much what this channel is all about. So at least you have an idea. Very, very affordable. And you learn a lot. So that's it for now for Hump Day Hawaii. Hump Day!
Hump day!
We'll see you guys next week. Aloha.